Hello, my name is Conor from Untitled Games. I am quickly going to explain to you how to play block and key and go over some of the iconography on the box. I've already done two videos, one on how to set up the box, it's about 30 seconds, and another 1 minute video about setting up the player counts and the cards needed. So that's all been done at this point. We have the game set up, we're ready to play, so I'll quickly explain what you'd be doing on your turn. Now on the bottom of the box there are some reminders of what you would do. You have two action options, the first of which is to simply draw blocks. So you would draw any row or column of 3 blocks and place them into your supply. So let's say I took these 3 here and I'd place them in my supply. You're allowed a maximum of 7 blocks in your supply, and after drawing blocks you would refill the excavation site from the area with the lowest pip value to the highest pip value until it is refilled. That is option number 1. Now if I didn't want to draw blocks on my turn, I could place 1 block onto the temple floor instead. Now when it comes to placing blocks, there are 2 main rules that you want to watch for, and as a reminder, they're printed along the outside box top for all players to see. The first thing is very simple. If you want to place blocks kitty corner, so just their edges, corners touch, then you can place it anywhere you'd like on the board as long as it's kitty corner to another previously placed block. Those would all be legal plays. If you want to get a little bit closer and have the faces of block touch, well, that's where the second block comes in, second rule. And this will show you that when you place blocks face to face, like so, then 1 cube of the block you've just placed has to be taller than any faces it's touching. So in this case here, this is part of the block, and it's taller than the stack of faces touching. I could do the same thing over here, because although I'm touching multiple faces, I have 1 cube that's taller than all the faces it's touching. So again, those are the 2 options. 1, place it anywhere you want by placing it corner to corner, even if it's not taller. Or if it is taller, you can place it face to face as you wish. Now the reason you're placing these blocks in the play space is you're worried about your 2D perspective. So you might close one eye and try to flatten everything on the board so that you can complete your different key cards. Now these key cards have different layouts of blocks and colors, and how to complete them, that you need to arrange those colors and those blocks in such a way to make the point value on the cards. Every time you complete a card or cards on a turn, you'd be drawing fresh ones. And you'd be doing that until the end game is triggered. That trigger, the reminder, are on the columns right here. In a solo game, you would be playing 11 turns. In a 2-player, 3-player, or 4-player game, it would be a number of cards, not necessarily turns. So it would be 12 cards for a 2-player game, 8 cards for a 3-player game, or 7 cards for a 4-player game. Once that is done, you'll add up all of the points from the cards you've completed, plus any points from your Enigma card. Now everyone receives an Enigma card at the start of the game, and it will have a certain color on it. It shows that for every 3 cubes of that color visible from your perspective, you'll make 1 extra point. So if I had, say, 15 blue cubes, I would make 5 extra points. Now remember that that vantage point is going to change for each player at the table. Although you have the same blocks in the play space, you're each only worried about how you see it from your side. The only other 2 rules which I should mention very quickly is there's a maximum block height of 6. So I could simply place this one on top if I wanted, because again, it's taller than what it's touching, and it is under 6 blocks in height, so 6 would be the maximum. The second thing which I can mention is bridges. And to keep that nice and simple, I will turn the view for you to see. And I will draw this block here. So bridges are when both ends are supported. So let me just build a space for a bridge. So let's do that. So in this case, I'll use this block and do it properly. This bridge is legal because both ends of the straight line are fully supported. Now what I hesitated for is I could not use this block that was also in my hand because it creates a ledge. And as this iconography will remind you, ledges are not allowed. So I'd had to save this block for maybe somewhere where I had the extra space for it, or I could use it in a different way if I wanted. So just as a reminder, when placing blocks, they need to go kitty corner to each other, or if they're face to face, then the block placed needs to have a cube higher. Also, that bridges are allowed and that ledges are not. So that's everything you need to know to how to play block and key. You're either going to be drawing blocks on your turn, or you will be placing 1 block into the play space. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoy. If you have any questions, feel free to post them in the comments below.